Hi friends, welcome to the Profitable Impactful Educator series. This is an initiative to equip growth-oriented tutors to increase profitability, to deliver impactful, transformative teaching, and to raise the standard of the tuition industry. If you are watching this, please share this with anyone who might benefit from this. Now, this program is only possible with the dedicated support of my fellow community builder, Jeffrey Teo. Jeffrey, please say hi. Hi, Jeffrey. Thanks, Jeffrey. Okay, in this episode, Caleb. Hi, Caleb.
Hi.
Caleb.
Hi, Dan.
Yeah. Hi, Caleb, the POA tutor. POA stands for Principal of Accounts, if you're wondering. Shares his ongoing journey from burning out to scaling up. Okay, Caleb, really thank you for coming on to this show. Can I just briefly introduce you for a while?
Yeah, please. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, yeah. So I've known you for quite a while, and I know that you have done a lot of work for POA, and you are established in the circle, and you're also very good in ed tech. So I've learned a lot from you. And today you want to talk about how to scale up instead of burn out. Now, so you told us that tutoring is a one-man operation. It's really no joke. I totally agree with that. And beyond the long teaching hours, there's curriculum planning, there's worksheet customization, marketing, accounting, attendance taking, marking, backbreaking work, all. And that takes up the bulk of the self-employed tutor's time. All right, so today you'll be sharing with us some experiences and some tips that you have gathered through the years. Right, so I really look forward to hearing this because automation is something that I really need to learn. And I'm sure many of our audiences are also eager to learn how to automate tasks and then therefore free up their time and scale up. Now, some fun facts about you. Yeah, you told us that you watched Sal Khan receive the TED prizes in 2011 live at TED conference in Palm Springs. And this shaped your view of the impact of the education permanently. Yeah, I know that you have been working with EdTech. Yeah, that's something that's really cool. And we are working with TED. You have been a curator or community builder in TED.
With TEDx, TED is the global platform. We serve the TED fans in Singapore. So it's TEDx Singapore. Yes.
Okay. And also, other people buy watches or cars as a hobby, but for you own and you invested in well over 200 plus software applications for marketing, publishing, and education. You get excited when some of them have become unicorns.
Yes, absolutely. Wow. It's like it's a fun thing for me to do. Yeah, people look at features of watches or cars. I am into platforms and tools and applications. Plug into communities where we call ourselves like addicts to these kind of tools. Yeah, so this is a huge passion of mine. I've collected quite a lot over the last 6 years, building up the portal and platform for online school building.
So if you have collected over 200 plus, I suppose you have viewed probably 10 times as many?
Well, yes, probably. Yeah, okay. I don't use all of them. There are quite a couple of tools that are overlapping. But there are some that's really exciting, and when they become, when you have like really great team that's building them, that's passionate about edutech or marketing technology or publishing, it gets me excited because I'm a huge enthusiast about how tech can bridge the gap and make education so much more accessible.
Okay, great. And you're also a self-taught guitarist, and more recently you took up drum lessons on midweek afternoon for sanity breaks.
Yes.
So when you talk about drum lesson, it reminds me of Ant-Man. Are you playing the loud drums or the one that you plug in?
Well, I started taking drums only the last month. Yeah, that is something that I want to pick up in 2021. More like because I think it's a great stress reliever. It's also pretty fun. I like playing the actual drums. So when I have my drum lessons with my instructor, it's with the real drums, learning from beginner level. and I'm looking forward to receive my air drums, which is tag based, meaning like you hit and then it's in the air, right? And you get sound. You can listen to it in your earphones. So you don't have to use like a drum set, and you can get access to using an app to go through the lessons, get your rhythm right, get your order sequencing correct. So it's great for practicing for fun. Yeah. So
Wow.
this is my latest hobby lah. Yeah.
So it's just like two drumsticks, and then you just wave it.
Yes, and then you have sound coming out from them, and they even some of these sets even have something you can strap on your leg, so you can use the bass drums and the hi-hat, right? Yeah, so it's very insane. I'm looking forward to receiving it. It's taking about 2 more weeks to arrive.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that's like something that is pretty exciting outside my work hours. Yes, keeping me sane.
Very
Yes.
high tech.
High tech, no, it's not about the tech, it's about the fact that you have innovation going on,
Right.
happening at every niche and level from outside curriculum and academics, right? You have people innovating in the music space, you have people innovating in the language space. Yeah, so like pretty amazing things going out there that some of these guys are doing to bring engagement and fun forward.
Have you always been like a tech kind of guy?
No, I always say, right, that tech in the end must be usable, relatable. If a good tech, right, works like civil service, when
Okay.
it works, nobody knows. When it breaks, somebody knows. In the context of technology, right, let's say we talk about edutech. A good edutech that is set up properly would focus the attention back to the student and the learning experience and the relationship with the teacher. If a tech breaks, that means it's getting attention. The moment is a bit like OHP, right? If you are enjoying a teacher's lessons, the teacher's jokes, you're connecting with the content and engage with the teacher's question, doing well is a byproduct. Then if OHP, most of you who are a bit older, you know what I'm saying. If you have an OHP that's broken down, then everyone looks at the tech. It's like, oh, like it's a disruption. But when it's working, your focus is on the lesson, is with the teacher, and then you build such a fun learning experience. You create memories. Yeah. So I think the meaning about tech is I'm passionate about what it can do rather than what it is, because it's a means to an end, not an end in itself. Yeah. So for educators who learn to be good with tech, that I feel is a good outcome to aim for, to provide a seamless experience. So again, if tech works, it means that it's invisible.
Okay. Wow. I have here a few quotable quotes. Like good tech works like civil service, and good tech is invisible. Wow.
I mean, I'm not going to be like going into political arena here, but the caveat is civil service in Singapore, because I understand that not all civil services work the way we do.
Cool. Okay, if you are to our audiences, if you are listening out there, if you find that our message about automation and preventing burnout and scaling and empowering yourselves to scale up, if you find that this message resonate with you and may benefit some of your friends, please like us and share this Facebook Live with your friends. And if you have any questions for Caleb, anything about EdTech, about scaling up, about preventing burnout, please also drop a message in the comment section. All right, Caleb. So next thing I want to ask you, right, is that how did you get started, doing what you do?
I think my interest started when I was in the university. I was very into digital marketing, finding out ways to build. I like to build things. So, but I like, it's a bit like I can put a website together, but I can't code kind of situation. So I was looking at things that allows me to build stuff online. I was building, at that point, website building was interesting. I was looking at the different business model around how to build websites properly. One of the sites that I built up about maybe 5 of them. And then the last one, it was on the subject matter that I was studying. I was taking NTU, I was taking accountancy in NTU, right? And then I was like putting up my website up, and I did one for accounting. Strangely, it took a life on its own. When I graduated, I had people calling for lessons through the site, and then like at the time I was doing a startup for bookkeeping and accounting. So we do companies like SMEs, they outsource their books to us, and then we process the accounts and send it back to them. I have an accountant and a team of bookkeepers that was we were working together, and I was meeting clients, SME bosses, talking through them the accounts, and at the same time the inquiries just keep coming in. Couldn't handle both at the same time, so I had the students coming to my office for lessons, and things grew from there. I did publications and test out different things that content engagement. Yeah, I think my passion for e-learning has been there since uni days. I remember doing one of the communications module where I did a critique on the e-learning system in the university at that point in time. I did up a bunch of slides and I put it up after I get my grade in the communications module. I put up the slides on SlideShare, which is now bought over by LinkedIn in 2020. Then it's now with LinkedIn, right? At that point in time, while there were like thousands of presentations, that presentation on its own made it number 1 for that day. It was like a small win, but it was like a start to my interest in making digital education engaging and fun. So then the years went on. I had a change in focus from my bookkeeping business to doing accounting tuition full time. And at that point in time, what happened was in 2014, I started bringing the content online. I began content production. So that there was filming, there was testing of different parts. But 2014, the market wasn't ready. So if any parent called and asked for lessons, let's say I push out an offer for online teaching, the take-up rate was close to 0. Yeah, and at that point in time, because of that, I've kept my focus back on the teaching and publishing traditional books and study guides and all this. Then in 2018, I relaunched with a learning portal and put up all my videos on a platform to deliver different content based on the students' needs. Tested the platform with my batch of students that year. Pretty interesting results because at the peak, we had 3 different topics being taught in the same classroom. So this was the flipped classroom model. I had students who were already doing revision for prelims, and I had newer students who were using the portal to catch up with the topical lessons. So this became really exciting because we're talking about the fact that you can meet different students' needs, right? Based on the correct usage of platform, according to how you diagnose and assess the students' learning gaps. Yeah. So in my mind, it's a good design for workflow to get the students, meet the students where they are, and then teach them where they need to. And doing it through technology is a very scalable and very exciting proposition. Yeah, so I think the main like my journey now, right? So this was supposed to be a year to scale up through building more of these products for the accounting education segment, and I'm looking, of course, to collaborate with other accounting educators or other subject educators that are doing very similar learning situations in the classroom. To enhance the learning experiences for students. So that is the direction. And COVID hit. So the exciting part about COVID hitting was that I had all my setup ready. So unlike centers that are not ready and scrambling to transit, right? The transition for us was actually very seamless. We had offerings for 100% online. We still kept our face-to-face. We have hybrid students. That means like in a class, I could have 70% of the students online and 30% of the students in class, or in other classes the other way. And because of being very, how do I put it, have used some of these tech for a while, so the transition was fairly smooth, and we are still delivering results. So that's the part that is really exciting. I think the main thing going forward is to be able to see that online learning is here to stay. The main thing, of course, to focus on is to ensure that we meet the students where they are. Whether, in the end, I do not personally think that online teaching or like automation and all this, right, are like the holy grail. Yeah, but what it can do is to facilitate the tutor and give him more time and be more productive to deliver the result for the student that needs the tutor's help the most. Whether it is using the tech tool in class or like online or hybrid, right? I think going forward, any good tutors should invest in the know-how of using technology rightly to engage students.
Sounds like you think a lot about what is the future of EdTech, what may come, and what people might need, and you actively get prepared for it. You are also, sounds like you're always leading the curve, like not like scrambling to follow what other people are doing.
Let's put it this way. I think it may be the case, as you said, for the Singapore market, that we are at the cutting edge. But truth to be told, in the context of edutech internationally, my personal opinion is that Singapore is far behind many other countries that are already investing heavily into edutech. I'll give you an example. I was in Vietnam end of last year, right? And the people that are so hungry, many of the huge edutech companies are investing heavily in countries like this. And I think maybe another example I'll give you, because it's very close to heart for the projects I'm doing. I was also in South Africa end of last year. I mean, like it's a occupation hazard, right? So I went to the bookstore and then I investigate their O-level kind of accounting, that what's happening with their publishing industry. They already have engaging content. You can mouse over publishers' content with QR codes that lead to their website. They work with telco. They work with Vodafone, to provide the video stream FOC. So if you are a customer of you just buy the book, right? And then let's say you have a problem paying for data, and then you can scan and then you can access the content free, because of the partnerships. So partnerships like that are strategic and critical to allow students unlimited and barrier-free access to quality education. I think that's a very important direction that we should look at going forward, because I feel that quality education should be accessible for all, regardless your circumstances, economic or otherwise. Yeah, so that's a huge passion of mine for using technology to make education really accessible. Yeah, actually my main point about mentioning the South African example, right, is the fact that these innovations happened since 2015. So the first thing I look at when I open a book, besides looking at the features of what the technology is about, is looking at the published date. Yeah, so the book was first published, designed, launched in 2015. So am I cutting edge? Maybe relatively, but in the whole scheme of things, right, I think as a industry, we are playing catch up. I think going forward in 2021, we will see more of these initiatives and changes happening in the industry more. I mean, if we have young graduates, without jobs because of the COVID situation, one of the convenient income stream is teaching, right? So the market will be filled with offerings from websites, Facebook, and your social media. Parents are bombarded with Facebook ads here and there. Everywhere nowadays, every day, I see so many education and edutech ads. So what will be the difference, for the tutor that maintain, I want my traditional setup? Yes, there will always be a place for it, because learning in the end is very relational. A face-to-face option should always be an option for parents to be able to choose, the option of engaging tutor face-to-face. But I think you're looking at a younger generation that is more hungry, more media savvy. So you have tutors in Malaysia that racks up 6 million views for their maths tutorials. Here in Singapore, what our tutors are doing may be exciting or not, but we are not getting 6 million views because we don't have that number for number of students to go forward with that. So the main thing is to be realizing that we are actually playing catch up. We are not innovating if we are playing catch up. So I think the portion of keeping our edge as a country, as a brand, Singapore education can be better leveraged, if we use technology to scale.
Wow. Okay. Now this is not something that I planned for, but I just really want to ask this question. What do you think is one obstacle that we need to overcome as Singaporean educator, so as to really be able to thrive in this new era of edtech?
The arrival of edtech doesn't change fundamental things in terms of learning and teaching. The willingness to try, to experiment is key. Learning how to deal with simple things like a camera setup, speaking comfortably with the screen, looking at the lenses. It takes time. It is not easy when you start, but once you get the hang of it, I need to give the credits to the school teachers. I've seen so many school teachers stepping up during the COVID period, and they've done amazing things with what they have. You don't need the best equipment. You don't need the best application. You need to have a passion to understand how the student is learning from you. You can have the best camera, but you do not know how to engage the audience, capture their attention. At the core, right, a good edtech is building towards that capability for the tutor to reach out to the student and engage them as close as possible, like a face-to-face experience. But basically, right, just don't get so freak out over technology, because technology is dead, as in like it's 死的, 人是活的. Yeah, so you use technology. Don't be so intimidated by it. Engage with it. Get good with it. Practice speaking. Get ready. We may have it better now with phase 3 coming, but who knows what goes on next year. If getting ready for online is not something that you done in your expansion plans, but may COVID and the pandemic help us understand that this is a business continuity plan. It should reach a place. The conclusion is very simple. Tech is here to stay. People are going to be learning online more and more. Younger folks who are more savvy will get better. Unless you plan to retire next year, I think it's a function of realizing it now or later. So no need to get too obsessed with the tools and platforms or hardware, just work on getting good with your tools, because in the end, get skilled with dealing with them, because really when the push comes to shove, right, in the end, it's the relationship with the tutor and the student so focus on the things that cannot be automated. Build up your soft skills, your ability to empathize with the students' pain, engaging them, and figure out how to use the tech for your own situation, your subject, the nuances that make sense.
Okay. Now, like to reach out to the audience now. If you're watching and then you have some questions for Caleb, do drop a comment in the Facebook post, and then we'll get back to, there's a Q&A session. We'll get back, Caleb will answer your questions. And also, if you feel that whatever we are sharing now, Caleb is going to touch on the 3 advices or 3 tips he has for all of us. So if you feel that this is going to benefit you or your friends, please do like us and share about us. Right. So Caleb, we come to the next segment. I want to ask you for 3 advice so that for us to use systems and processes to scale up our business. Right. So what would be that 3 advice?
I think one of the things is don't automate or process all your things mindlessly. The first step to do actually is decluttering and eliminating. So you look at your workflow, right? Your first step is not to automate every process that needs to happen to make your business work. The first step is, can I do without? Okay. I think that's the main thing, because you need to prioritize what's important. I'm going to be sharing some of the ideas or books that I am using to systemize my own business. Look, this is a ongoing journey. I'm just sharing notes with what I am using to scale further. But I'm looking also for the audience. If you have ideas to share, share with me on how you've been scaling up. I'll be so happy to connect. So one of the things I've learned is this thing called critical client flow. So you need to know your sales process, put into a flow chart to know exactly where your leads are coming from, what are the things that you need to do to convert and onboard your customers. Put them on paper, write them down, because this is where the magic starts happening. You start to see you see clearly, right, what needs to be done and documented. So you can begin to outsource. That portion is key, because without revenue, you cannot make mistakes. You are constantly bootstrapping. But with revenue, you can experiment, you can pay for things, and your business is still a going concern. Your business will continue perpetually while you experiment and figure out how to pivot. So get that out. Okay, and this thing, it didn't come from me. I read this book called Systemology, which I will be writing out in the link in a while for you guys to take a look. It's on Amazon. You can buy the ebook and read it through. I'm also, of course, highly recommending one of the master classes that's happening in Singapore with one of an entrepreneur. Some of you may have heard of it. His name is Alvin Poe. He exited a local hosting company for $30 million. This guy knows scaling. So I have no affiliation. I don't think he knows that I'm mentioning him in this interview today, but invest in these things, because it's a function of time, right? If you're doing the one-man operation, at some point in your life, you will feel the burnout. So you do not commit to systems and processes and putting people in to make a system that's bigger than you, then your tutoring business is a function of eventuality. If you don't plan for the future to scale, to build a team. So which is my next point. Okay, my second advice after elimination is to build a team. Okay, build a team around your process and systems. You can have your solutions manual, you can have your SOPs, but if you do not have a team to execute it, you cannot go far. Alone you can go fast, because you can get exactly what you want at the standards you want. But with a team, you take risk. Why? Because you have people helping you do out your articles, your graphics, your worksheets, right? And they are not going to be doing the way you do it. You know, if your standard is this high, you need to look at what your team can provide, and you know, you need to learn how to train people to take over portions of your roles once you identify what needs to be outsourced. So I think mainly, right, when in this journey, one of the main things I've learned is to focus on your core competency, and of course, do the things you like. If you don't like some things, you outsource. So the irony is when people find out that I teach accounting, right, and they realize I don't do my own books, they get surprised. I'm like, why do you get surprised? I've run an outsourcing business before. I know the value of outsourcing my accounts, because for me to do my own accounts, I have to be kept updated about the accounting reporting standards, and I'm only doing for one. Why do I pay somebody else with a better use of the time to, you know, do what they do best? You know, they do the bookkeeping for me, and they do the CorpSec for me, and I get my reports out in a timely fashion, and you know, I don't have to worry about details that I miss out because my accountant and bookkeeper will chase me. Yeah, things like that. Things like that. Your content production, your video editing, things that can be outsourced. Break it down, and then document it, and then, like get people to test your instructions. So when with a team, you have a lot of things to manage lah, but it's like hiring a domestic helper, right? If you don't hire one, you get backache. If you if you hire one, you get headache. Yeah, but I think this year having worked with several high performance teams in some projects, I see the quality of the output, the build quality of things that comes out. If you learn to project manage your business rather than being the guy doing the pieces, in the long run, is time well worth investing. Because if you don't do that, the eventuality is there will just be too much, you know, with being bogged down when you should focus on delivering your lessons or your product.
If I may just share, the sentiments I have I'm still running a one-man show by and large. So if I may share this sentiment that I don't know, maybe some tutors also share, that the hurdle to really like doing what you suggest, right, building a team or outsourcing, right, is really about, am I going to waste a lot of time communicating what I want and then end up, might as well do it myself, that kind of thing. It's like if I want to design a poster, for example, I got to like source for a freelancer, then I don't know whether this freelancer is good, and then I got to write emails, explain what I want, and then sometimes I don't even know what I want, that sort of things. So I think that is really going on in my mind when I'm thinking about outsourcing. So what do you recommend?
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say. I'll put it this way. This comes from my reading. I am personally learning from it. I think expectation management is very important. Learning how to write clear instructions and briefs are very important. Project management cannot be done through a theory or a theory exercise. It has to be, you have to go through it. You have to pay tuition fees. I can learn drums from YouTube videos, but I'm not going to get the kind of discipline. I mean, come on, you have students paying you for your expertise, right? I mean, I'm talking about educators, right? If somebody is willing to pay you for your expertise, means they're not just paying for the knowledge, because knowledge is free, it's everywhere. They're paying for your ability to organize the information for them, meeting them where they are. You look at their face, they feel confused, they address the thing to you. It will be the same approach when you do project management. Don't be yourself so hard, you cannot find the correct or the best freelancers. I mean, examples of expectation management. You can have a super intern, okay, but how many super interns are there? You need to kiss many frogs to find the right one. Both on the fact that there's not very many super interns to begin with. Second, I'm talking about me. as the manager, right? It's not the super manager or the super boss, right?
Okay.
It's a relationship is two ways. You learn by doing. So a couple of things like instruction given, let them do, and then come back and help them. So some of the things that I learned from even my wife, she says, let them do, like how do you keep motivation up? You encourage them. They may not get the thing right first time, but understand that these freelancers are also working for their families, and they want to do a good job. So the way to motivate them is to train them, and not everyone will be a good fit in the end, but that's fine, and that's where you manage. So basically, right now, let's say I'm hiring writers. I will, let's say, hire 5 to test, and maybe in the end I keep 2 of the best ones. Yeah. So you also have a workflow that you can design on how you do the hiring process, how you do instructions. So basically, your as somebody that's looking to start, right? These are some areas you can look at. And if you're talking about checklists, templates, and all this, is available on a couple of the tool sites. So somebody was asking, Rajiv Misra, he's asking what are the tools I use. So a couple of things that I use. I use Airtable to manage my workflow. I'm also using Nifty project management system for communicating what I need with my freelancers. So Airtable's free tier is super generous. So I think it's something that you can look at, putting all your materials into a database, and then converting them into your learning management systems, your synchronous learning, like your Zooms, right? And then, these are the tools that I'm using at the moment. The other thing I think is really good is going through training. Like, I think sometimes that investment is very important because let me just pull it out system.
As in attending trainings?
Yeah. I mean, like, you can buy books and read because it's about frameworks and approach rather than tools. Yeah, I'm not sure, I hope it's a clean link. I'm gonna share the link with on Facebook comments. Yeah, so systemology is one of them. I think I'm also highly recommending Alvin's class. Alvin, yeah. So go through them. I mean, invest if people are willing to invest in your business. It's actually our obligation to invest in ourselves to be better and more effective tutors, right? So this is the course I mentioned earlier. I think I'm just going to share the link quickly.
Okay. So for audiences out there, if you have any questions, please keep them coming. Caleb is already responding to sharing the links and responding to giving your answers already. Now, if you find that Caleb's advice has been very, very useful for you, please remember to share and maybe invite your friend to watch this show.
Yeah, so we have Jace. Jace is saying he has trouble looking for teaching content help or tutors. Any ideas to bridge this? Can tech help? Tech can help because there are platforms which you can hire talent. This is something that is very close to my heart because I'm literally doing the same. I just work through some of these things because many of these things comes from experimentation. This is the reason why I mentioned at the beginning of sharing my sharing, right? Is that you must be willing to experiment and you have some expectations about realistic expectations about how you're going to spend your resources. I think a good friend of mine was saying that for a productive way to spend money, right, is to expect wastage. So 30% of your budget, right, will go into nothing. Yeah, that is as much. In fact, right, if you invest in 10 ideas to automate your hiring process, your tutors hiring process. If you need to kiss 10 frogs to get the best one, then you just budget as is, because sometimes that one frog is worth the effort to go through the 10. So in terms of finding the right partner and associates or like content providers, writers, just be willing to experiment. I mean, you can only be get good with giving your content brief, what you expect. Yeah. So tech can help in terms of finding you people. I have very good writers that's coming in from the Philippines, from Indonesia. I have very good administrators and they are artists from Romania and Pakistan. So these are things that it's really need to experiment lah. I mean, there's only so much tech can do, because in the end, your assessment, it must be a good fit to you, right? You need to go on a few dates. Yeah. So it's about expectations. Yeah. Go for dates before you get married. Don't find out funny things after you sign the paper. Yeah. So it's common sense things like this. It's more of a approach and framework rather than tools for this aspect. The other thing, of course, is when you look for teaching content and help. One thing that has helped me over the years is make mention that you're looking for collaborators. I think it has worked really well for me, because when I started my website, okay, I was like experimenting the kind of work I can do with other tutors. One of the things I think I did well was I had a tab where tutors can register on my platform to teach one-to-one at home, because I was so busy then with my bookkeeping business that if I had any traffic coming my way and I can't take them, I literally give out the assignment to tutors that can do the delivery if it's near the house. Not many people think that way, but I experiment lah. So over the course of the first 10 years of my business, I closed that recently because we're doing a revamp. But over the past in the first 10 years when I did it, I had in tune of 495 tutors that sign up to want to work with me. Yeah, so I have an automated system where once they sign up, I will request for their CVs, then I'll test out some of them. Same thing, we do a bit of trial before we work together, right? So parents who request for tutors, I'll send an assignment to a particular tutor. Then then after a few lessons, I will have a chat with the parent on whether the tutor is up to it. I have cases where it's like home run success. I have taught SMU graduates from accounting, giving a very good experiences for the A-level accounting and university students, financial accounting tuition. And but also at the same time, I had to disassociate with some tutors because they are not delivering at the level that my brand represents. As well as things like even blocking some of them from receiving more of assignments if they are not up to scratch now. I think this kind of QC thing you won't know, but you need to be willing to take the risk. I think that's not the worst. The worst was the delivery was so bad that I had to jump in to deliver. Basically, the tutor go in, do the teaching, gets his money, and then the parent is so upset that I did a replacement class. So these are the cost of finding your talent. Is it lost? No, it's to me, right? If of the 400 tutors, now I have about 6 to 7 tutors that I work really closely with for delivery of superb experience because of this process. Yeah. So think client, think of your client's needs, and then work backwards and see how to make a business model that's sustainable and a win-win for everyone. I think that tech can do quite a bit, but it's always designing the approach and the framework that matters.
Okay. So let's look at the next question. Maybe we can your last advice that I think we covered 2 advices: eliminate and build a team, and then we have 1 more advice. So a reminder to the audience: if you find that this is helpful to your friends, please do share it. So far, I can tell you that I've I'm learning so much, and there are so many things that I need to change and I need to do. I think probably your friends feel the same too, right? So remember to share this to your friends, and if you have any questions, keep them coming. Drop us a comment, right? So Caleb, can you share with us the third advice?
Yeah. So thanks for all your questions. I'm replying to Eugene. Eugene's thought about investing with in your team is so precious. You're right. Eugene is one of the tutors that I share a lot of notes with. He's built an amazing team and has produced a lot of publications in a very short time. And his video quality is yeah. So I've seen how he's work with his team. I mean, if there's an opportunity to have a chat, anyone that's interested in systems and teams, he's another person to really speak with. My third advice. Let me see what my third advice is. My third advice is quite linked up to the third one. But basically, what I'm trying to say, right, is get the framework and approach right. Okay, decide what is most important. The second one is building a team to execute them. The third one is actually making the things happen to automate, which in a sense I've answered a lot of these things. You don't when the third advice to have is to do the automation itself. So the third advice, if you need a word, is called automate. Okay, it's right here at the bottom already. Yeah, so the automation, please remember, if you only have a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Okay, put in your box things that you can use it to tweak your processes. Like the way I do publishing, I use a certain workflow. Right, when you do hiring, is another workflow. Then even in hiring, there are nuances. Don't have the expectation. If you can't do everything yourself, do not expect somebody you hire in the Philippines to do everything for you. So you should hire separately based on the strengths. Always think in terms of what is the person's strengths, and don't go and basically set up the person to succeed. So even nuances are very important. Like you cannot think, oh, I just hire a VA, in Philippines, and then she can do everything for me. No, if you can't do admin plus graphics plus brochure plus your subject material plus publishing, don't expect the VA to do that. So hire a general one. If you need video editors, hire a video editor. So you may not need to hire them on a retainer basis. It can be on projects, but use common sense approach lah, right? Tech, honestly, the automation part, there's only so much you can do. Remember, even as we deliver online lessons through tech, and the tech is invisible, it would be the same for your own internal process. If you're looking to scale, right, get good with the way you think about automating and scaling. The tech, if it works, again, is invisible. Yeah, so the marketing technology, the operation platform that you use to organize your organization resources, if it works out very well, you should feel invisible because you're using it to produce everything you need to put your business together. So in terms of automation, my three advice is also in the order you should think. Yeah, when I teach, I would always mention what's the most important. Yeah, if you don't automate and you eliminate it, do that first. Then I'm going to say my second advice again, build a team. And then the third one, when you automate, you already have the two filters. Don't do it the other way. Don't do automation first when you haven't built the flow, the approach, and a team. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Actually, I got a lot of questions to ask, but I really want to touch on the Q&A. Okay, but before that, maybe is there any special case study that you can tell us about?
Case studies. Yeah, I'll share with you one. Remember okay, let me share with you what it looks like and my direction towards scaling. With a combination of synchronous learning, which is like Zoom live, happen at the same time with the tutor, and asynchronous learning, which is learning at your own time. One of the outcomes that has happened is a tremendous leverage on the platform to save a lot of time. The case study I'm going to mention is something that has happened during the holidays, like only recently. In a typical, I was teaching basics of accounting to across students. I literally have A/B testing. In a sense, I have the traditional setup, which is what I'm used to for many years. You go to the class, you teach for an hour and a half or two. The traveling back and forth takes you about 3 hours all in. Yeah. With a combination of synchronous learning and asynchronous learning, if you set out the workflow properly, you give the right instruction to your students, I'm able to complete the same lesson objective with the students clearly understanding the topic, because you give them assessment and you know that whether they know or not. Okay, what takes 3 hours, the another batch of students that are online, I was able to do it in one, and I was at home. So that case study tells me that in terms of going in towards 2021, if you invest in your workflow, if you invest in your team, if you invest in tools, remember it's in the exact order: your workflow, your team, and your tools, then you'll be in a good place to scale, and put your content in a platform that makes more sense to you. I mean, if you're keen to talk more about the platforms, you can message me. It's a conversation that can go on for many hours. So I just I think that makes sense for a short time with everyone here.
Yeah.
So
okay.
So going forward, that's the main thing I'm hoping to scale from, making sure that the student experience is not compromised because we use a different platform from the traditional.
Okay, so if we want to know more about the automation, the LMS that you talk about here, we should privately message you, right? And then you can talk about that later, right? In more depth.
Yes.
But so if we want to know, and you recommended to start off with figuring out the workflow. So to understand the workflow, is it to read the books that you recommended, like
I highly recommend
systemology?
that. Yeah. They are not the only ones. They are the classics like your E-Myth for entrepreneurs. But I think
I read E-Myth, but I'm still kind of
yeah. So systemology, right, is also was very highly endorsed by Michael E. Gerber. So
right.
take a look. Take a look. They have like templates. You literally just download and fill in the blanks, following the instructions. I love it. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have to really think like a scientist or engineer? What if you are a very free flow kind of person? Will this book still be helpful, or the workflow approach will it still be helpful?
Yeah. So you're talking to a person that is maybe probably too creative for a serious subject like accounting. I'm supposed to be very structured, okay, but I like to go off the norm. My books are, I mean, if you ask anyone what kind of tutor I look like, right? POA or accounting is probably like the last thing you think about. Okay, I do my setup like Gamers One. If you take a look at my setup, is it looks like a gaming setup. I do my book covers. My books when they first published, the teachers tell my students to keep the storybooks away because the covers were not the traditional calculator. And yeah, so if you're saying whether if somebody like me can do it, right, I'm pretty sure somebody else that is less inclined to structures can read the book and implement them. Of course, there's one thing like systemization is not a one-man journey, because if you systemize and hire, you cannot be a team with one man. So you probably have to have a systems champion to work through the process with you. It's good you can find like-minded education business owners to share notes with, to get your so your learning is a lot more accelerated. If people already have workflow and then they are happy to share with you, right? I mean, be a good collaborator lah. If you are there to only take then and not give and provide value, then I mean, it's a culture in our group, right? A community that we help each other and give value. So be a good collaborator if you intend to be moving towards this space and you can't hire a team yet. Get involved with helping others, because in the process sometimes it gives you clarity on your own, what you need to do and what you need to eliminate. Sometimes it's really a lot easier to look into somebody else's business, and then after that you realize, hey, I'm actually exactly doing the same thing that I shouldn't be doing. Then it gives you clarity. So I think these things, having a collaborative spirits help going towards the future. Yeah, because we have quite a bit of volatility coming into the tutoring landscape going forward. It is a permanent shift. Yeah, nobody knows the answer, but we can take a very different approach and a different spirit.
Okay. All right. So I guess we have many questions waiting for you. I better come to the Q&A. All right, Q&A. Let's let the Q&A start. Jeffrey, you may start showing the questions. John Yao, you mentioned about building a team for solo tutors.
Can be done. It's how you build a team, what kind of arrangements you can have with them. John Yao is very interesting. What I am doing with working with tutors going online is what he is doing, building his space in Bukit Panjang is a huge space. He's collaborating. So solo tutors, if you do not know what to do, scaling up, right, the face-to-face classes, please look for John. He is the guy to go to. I have not seen somebody so committed to collaborate face-to-face, and he's a tutor for 25 years now, and then like his energy is still so inspiring. So so tutors can build teams, maybe for specific projects, but really if you don't know what to do, John is somebody you can speak to, to grow your practice now. I think that
Speak to John.
Yeah, I think if you systemize out your flow chart, right, then you know some parts can have teams, and they may be one time, but for solo tutors, main thing, remember I mentioned, focus on building your niche and grow your revenue, because that's the portion where it affords you to experiment. Very important. Focus on growing your revenue first, if anything. Yeah, so solo tutors, you have a chance, because I'm a solo tutor for a very long time. I only really systemizing this past year. Yes, I hope I answered your question, John. If not, we can have kopi. Yeah.
Okay, next question. May I have the next question? Oh, Jeffrey's question. Okay, what is your take on parents these days on their receptiveness on online tuition? Are there any tips to persuade them that online classes are on par to actual classes?
Noise is a huge thing. So I think the market, there's a lot of noise in the market right now. Just because you have a Zoom account and you can tutor means you're an online tutor. That portion is creating a lot of noise. But parents are also increasingly very discerning. Whether something is okay, you do have the situation where parents are very resistant to online tutoring. Where I do not believe, honestly, I mean, like we have to be a bit sensible in this regard. If the market is not ready for 100% online, right? Because there's still so many face-to-face classes available. Then depending on the situation, like when I pivot, also not say 100% online. Like let's say for this coming year, I'm trying to do 50-50. 50% of my classes are online, 50% are on the traditional face-to-face, because you have to meet the client's needs. So it depends on your audience you augment. Main thing for online, right, is that you want to be able to online gives you the opportunity to over deliver. Yeah, like I can give an extra class without extra overheads. So think of ways that you can add tremendous value, because what you want to training the market is a huge enterprise and super expensive if you do not have the marketing dollars. But what you can do when you build your own community is to over deliver. I pay you this amount for this lesson for the face-to-face, but I pay another person the same amount. I get times 2 times 3 the value. So how do you get that value? Because price and price and value is something that can be managed. And I think with good workflows, observing other business models that works, you can close that gap in terms of your brand promise and your delivery. Mainly, I think you can't convert the people that don't want to. I don't think that's the way. You always segment your market. There's always a certain amount that they're willing to pay. Can parents engage you at a different level? I mean, even with my face-to-face lessons, right? If the schedule doesn't match, I have a one-to-one tutor. I mean, like with my partners, right? If the fees are still too expensive, you can buy the book that I publish for students. Students using just the book to get pretty decent results because the student is driven, right? So you just you funnel out your customers, you segmentize them. Then after that, you come out with offerings that can meet them where they are. For your premium clients that pay you full fees for face-to-face, right? If you want to convert them to online, think of online offering as a new product on its own. And think of it's a bit like creative eateries have different brands to serve different markets. They are very passionate about different foods. It doesn't all have to be under the same face-to-face. So your face-to-face business model, the traditional one, keep it as is, then come out with a new product that does just online, and then you test and experiment with it, and let your face-to-face one continue to do business right? And yeah, I think that should be the way I think if you do I want to go 100% online. I feel for now, at least in the Singapore market, is a very risky move to make unless you plan to experiment going overseas, which is a totally different ballgame.
Okay. Okay, Jeffrey, I hope that that answers the question. Okay, Jace has a question. Agree about team building. I do have some help. Oh, okay. I think we have
we answered that
question.
Yes.
Can we have the next one? Eugene, when you first mentioned training, I thought you meant training your team, which I think makes sense too. Investing time in training your own team, both personally and externally, via possible mentors is important too. Or that's more like a comment, huh?
Yeah. I think Eugene is saying from his experience. I think it's a bit like a collaboration can be such that if you have a group of tutors that's committed to building teams and scaling online next year, right? Then we can literally train each other's team. Let's say my team is super strong with worksheet creation generation. Then I go and train your team, for example. Then if let's say Eugene's team is super good with video editing, then Eugene, please come and teach my guys, or get his team members to teach. Yeah, so there's a lot of yeah, that's why I say must think approach first and must be collaborative. Yeah, those should be filters for your going forward. Yeah, so I think this is what I want to add. And also I think one of the main things that Eugene and I share very passionately about is having the right mentors to help you, in different aspects of your business to grow. Yeah, I personally have 2 business mentors. Yeah, I have mentors for many aspects of my life, but for the business wise, I have 2. I think if you don't already have, look for one. Just make sure you position yourself as somebody that is enthusiastic and be willing to give back. I think that works for a lot of my relationship with my mentors.
Wow, the mentor is a huge topic. I personally, I really love mentors, and learned a lot from my mentor. One of my mentor is someone by the name of Trevor Wu. He's very famous in the BNI sector, and he really taught me the value of resilience. Yeah, so yeah, totally. Maybe someday you can come onto the show again and tell us about how do we look for a right mentor.
Yeah, okay, certainly.
Yeah,
if it's
that'll be great.
interesting for your audience, I am most happy to share. Yeah,
that'll be great. Okay, so right, so we would like to come to the part where I want to invite you to reach out to the audience and do a shout out. Is there anyone that you are looking for, that any company or any individuals that you want to connect to, or any community that you want to connect to?
Yeah, so I think I'm looking for tutors that are sharing the same passion. If you are going towards online, you want to build systems and processes, you want to scale through digital offerings. I am looking for secondary school teachers that are going towards online, and I want to speak with you and see what kind of content and systemizing you need to bring your classes on board. Yeah, I am I'm working on a project that is giving back to the community. We are giving free access to our curriculum for the students who have a need for it but cannot afford. So we have volunteer tutors that's coming in to help these disadvantaged families. I'm not running the volunteer initiative, but we are working with community grassroots outfit that's already providing free food to thousands of families in Singapore, rental flats. Yeah, so if you are keen to make an impact, provide provide education in a sustainable and scalable manner to students who are in this space. If you're looking to automate, if you're looking to put your content online, please reach out to me. You can message me privately on Facebook, but if my message don't get through, you can write in the comments below that you PM me, then we have a chat.
Okay, so sounds like it's a give back project, and like what you mentioned, when you give back, when you have the heart to give back, you attract good people into your life.
I think, I mean, my passion has always been around this now, whether it's my involvement with TEDx or my financial literacy workshops, which I do FOC. I think because I came from a humble background, I'm just being very practical around the opportunities has opened up because of education. Yeah, so it's a I think at this stage of my career, right, I think part of recognizing that you are doing well is actually doing good. So this portion is very real for me because I've seen how education has leveled up the opportunities for myself and quite many of the partners that I currently work with. It's something very dear to my heart for technology as a platform to make education accessible. Yeah, accessible in all sorts of forms, whether it's being content or like if you don't have money, you should still be able to access. So that portion is really this portion is really huge. And if you have the same vision to provide the kind of resources, on the one side is for your business to grow, to get students, revenue generating. Then of course the other side is for impact. So you basically this is a Robin Hood model project. Yeah, I would really love for tutors that have that same passion to come and speak with me. Yes.
Okay, great. So if you want to, if you are for our audience out there, if you want to reach out to Caleb, reach out to him at his Facebook. You can leave a comment and he will reach out to you. Right? Yeah. Okay. Now we are drawing to the close to this interview. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Caleb for taking time to share all his tips and advice with us. For any tutors, educators who are watching this show, we like to appreciate you for spending time with us and all your sharing and all your liking as well as your questions. So we hope you have benefited from this sharing, this 1 hour of sharing. And this is the last show for 2020. Right? So we'll be back on the 5th of January with another expert in health and fitness called Terence. He will be sharing with you how do you get fit and healthy while building your dream education business. Now, remember to like and follow our Facebook page and to get updates on all the upcoming shows. And we hope you like today's show. And thanks, Caleb, once again. And thanks, Jeffrey, for making this possible. Right.
Yeah, thank you
So
for having me. Thank you for having me.
yeah, Merry Christmas to everyone.
Mm.
Yeah, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thanks, guys. Thanks for
Thank
watching.
you. Thank you.